I kind of hope that he doesn't pick Tristana, which is up and available, but they also just have physical damage so far. That is a little bit of a wry grin on his face.
Yone, question mark? But it's so tough to play Yone, Jace into Ivern brushes.
And also, like, Yone, Jace, Sejuani is so much physical damage towards the top side of the map that you'd be banking on the fact that T1 wouldn't... the T1 would be able to get their hands on a Ziggs or something like that. It is instead going to be a Talia locked in.
Before, it also unlocks Keria to play a lot of different things.
A good old Seraphine Leona, the classic.
What if it's Seraphine mid? And I do think it is relatively risky, but they're going to do it anyway.
Oh, that's the Lee Sin.
It's happening.
Oh, thank goodness. This is what I've been calling for. I don't know, like, it wouldn't have been better than the Poppy in the last game. And actually able to dodge as Beryl takes a turret shot as Deft is dropping the beat. Beryl's still actually able to keep himself alive because, of course, oh my goodness, another one. 95% win rate here for Gumushi on his center.
Deft will just kind of keep you at bay and kind of annoy you in the laning phase.
Beryl, what are we doing? We're just living under a turret. That's his game plan.
Karm's Jace back in the past.
Hey, yeah, that's true.
You know?
Pawns Jace as well. I mean, he's here in the crowd, one of our better mid Jace players. As Byoshik going to find a root caller onto Faker, and not too much is going to come of it. And Ona coming down towards that bottom side. Let's see whether they can survive this, as Ona takes a fair bit of damage. But also, well, Ona is going to look for him. Root caller does come down, and there is the Weaver's Wall. Flash out from Byoshik, but Faker follows him immediately. Now Bdd is going to turn up, and there's the culling. Ona still level 5, so doesn't have the kick. And meanwhile, Zeus and Perfect are fighting. The flash out, but the flash in. First blood for Bdd, and Perfect follows up immediately. That's 3 kills. And is it going to be 3 games?
I mean, hanging around looking for a potential steal.
Oh, that would be a pretty unfortunate steal, as that was a pretty early smite, I believe. And Gumushi is going to turn up.
As well, some extra plate gold for the Seraphine. You can see the gold graph showing.
Yeah, Encore is going to come on through here as Ona turns up. Keria almost dies, actually, before it even happens. As Beryl, he's under the turret, and he's going to die. That means the Deft is also really dead, but at least they get one. I mean, I don't know whether it's necessarily, like, right back in the game, just because that triple kill for KT was definitely very, very big.
Super range. It's like 17.
Yeah, and we need the percentage as well. Oh, as Faker is just dead. Yeah, there's the flash forward, gets the double tap, and Bdd, he's on a killing spree. He is too big right now
to pew him to death.
Yeah,
you called him out of the game.
All right, Daisy's coming out, but Ona's coming in. And Perfect going to find the stun. They're still going to go for this one. There's the knockup. Thanks, Daisy. And out goes Ona. Let's see whether he can keep himself alive, though, because Daisy's still in amongst it. The root caller helping the Renekton get in. Another Zenith Blade. Where's the turret range? Where's Gumushi's health bar? My goodness, the damage to come out from... That's just a lost chapter. What the heck?
And being fairly disastrous down there is... Watch this solo kill as he just dashes in before the rocks can be placed. It's just a really proactive play by Bdd. He's just like, I get in before you set the rocks, you're dead. You got to respect my lead that I have.
Yeah. As they were the girls from our picture-in-picture before, as another Encore going to come in, as Keria is going to get solar flared as well. There's a Zenith Blade from Keria one more time. Sorry, from Beryl one more time, as Faker is once again fighting Bdd. This time the shove into the rocks is going to come on through. More friends over here to try and help out the mid lane. There's the Weaver's Wall as Bdd. He's got the Trigger Seed shield. He just turns around and kills Faker. There's the kick flash as Byoshik is going to flash to get back out once again as Ona. One more turret shot and he's going to die, but that's not going to come on through. And now Deft is going to need to turn up. There is going to be the kill onto Zeus. And now Perfect comes in at the same time. Gumushi, oh dear. Let's see whether he can get himself out of this one. Perfect is going to have a slice and or dice coming up relatively soon. His flash is also only a couple of seconds away. The flash comes through from Gumushi though.
Rather,
Poor.
Yeah. He got there in the end, but
poor Bristle.
Owner is in trouble.
Oh, this is live. Okay, yeah, Daisy's going to get another knockup as Perfect comes on in. That is going to be the kickback, and that should be enough to disengage.
It's going to take Ivern a million years to get that dragon, but...
Yeah, very true. All right, Perfect is just flashing forward. This guy is angry. And now Gumushi completely out of mana, but...
That is, that has been cooked up by KT, so I think they will definitely be grouping for that one. as it's a Leona. You know, you can't punish her. You're looking for the grubs here, but just respect this composition, respect its damage output. The Senna is going to offer very little in return.
Yeah.
This is with a fasting Senna, is Guma, speaking of.
Yeah, speaking of fasting Senna, he's going to take a lot of damage here, as once again, I mean, the passive from Seraphine actually just
BDD
really
is
doing
just
a whole bunch of work. Is okay, yeah. In a dash away, there's the flash forward from Ona. He just had a feeling that that one was going to be waiting for him, and immediately rewarded for BDD's defensive play.
This
now maybe
is
immediately punished. Let's just see how this one's going to go as the teleport in. BDD looking for Gumayusi, has to flash, double TPs. Means that now T1 find themselves a little bit late to their own party, and it's going to be the outer turret taken. KT now grouped up, ready to go for this Dragon as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd be starting that Dragon if I were you, Guma. I think KT are taking control.
Oh, perfect. He wants more. Strybreaker going to come on through there as he's doing a lot of damage. And this Renekton, way less anemic than the other one.
Yeah, he's been fed. This is going to be a TP top for Zeus. They're going to try to push mid at the same time.
There's the flash forward as Faker's going to get interrupted. No riding on the wall for you, sir. And the Solar Flare is going to find the sweet spot. That is an interruption, but BDD.
T1 is basically trying to do so much here. They're not... Okay. It should still be the turret.
Yeah, you can keep talking
so
about
anyway,
the other thing.
I feel like the KT are just not going to fall prey to T1 being like, I get something cross map. They're just not going to let them have anything. BDD?
Yeah, he's going to be in a whole host of trouble. The Dawning Shadow is even going to help out, and the turret loses interest in stopping T1 here. So KT will be able to answer with a Dragon.
They finally got him.
Yeah. The more they can group up and utilize the Ivern and the shields, the more value they're going to get. As okay, Beryl could find himself in a rough spot, but he's going in. There's a turret. He has a Zenith Blade, and he's getting under there, and he's surviving. For goodness sake, that was way too long to be alive. As now Deft will finally turn up, speeds himself through here. Perfect is now going to find his entrance way, but KT have already lost one. Seismic Shove is going to knock back the Renekton, and he could be the next little pickup here as they take down the turret. Perfect is going to be alive. He is much less squishy than he was in game number one. As another Seismic Shove, this time he is definitely dead. The Encore, and Deft is able to help take down Ona. Gumayusi follows immediately as Deft, I mean, the Seraphine is doing ridiculous work. He does.
That the fish jumped in, that KT were the fish, they jumped into the barrel, and Zeus he was like, well, I'm firing at it. You know, the saying goes. Barrel is like, this is an experiment. I've got Redemption, I've got Seraphine shields, I've got Ivern shields, I've got Eclipse. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, the experiment was interesting, but it was a failure. And then Perfect tries to help turn this one around. Deft goes for
the same thing.
Yeah, Deft goes for the flash charm play here. Guma has cleanse. And yes, you end up getting 2 kills here, but Faker and Zeus just layering the damage through. And yes, you've got some shields there, Deft, but unfortunately,
story. Yeah. Tribrush Ward is going to be important, but you can see Ona looking for an opportunity. I don't think he's going to be able to steal away this Drake. That is going to be the sole point picked up by KT. Now, the Weaver's Wall comes in. Glacial Prison is used. And KT are going to take the Drake and then look for a flash play onto Ona. That is a miss, though, unfortunately. There is now Perfect looks for the pickoff, and Senna is just dead. Seismic Shove used defensively. That is decent peel, but now the culling comes in. The Redemption layered on top. The teleport flank angle, and there is the Encore. Zay is going to be taken out. Deft is answered, though. Carrier going down very low, and KT, they still have their 80 carry because it's BDD. Kind of ridiculous. T1, yeah, looking for this one. Deft realizing that that wall is in a rough position. Let's see whether they can keep themselves alive. Is Perfect? You are just dead, my friend.
And he went in and he did a big Q, but then he died because his teammates couldn't get there. So yeah, this one's just a bit bizarre. As like his whole team can't be here.
He like flashed in.
Yeah, he wanted to see how much healing he could get on one big Q. It was
just going to be chased out by Beryl. There's a Weaver's Wall as Beryl's getting amongst it, going to stun him up here as the high note is so good. Solar Flare going to connect onto Ona as well. Remember, he does have a GA, so he can keep himself alive for a lot longer.
What if you were a champion with CC, shields, a little bit of healing, and also a bunch of damage?
Yeah.
Would you be Seraphine? I think you would be in this game.
Huh, yeah.
It's actually crazy. All right, now they're going to start the Baron. T1 all around them.
Yeah, there is a seismic shove, going to connect onto Perfect. Down to 50%, the shock blast is not going to land as Owner. Can he be the hero? He gets it, he steals it! And he is going to go down to the GA. Can they get themselves out alive though? That's the question. Even Owner is able to survive, but Gumayusi's dead. The Jace is dead as well. There is not a lot of damage left in this composition. And the kick out onto Pyoshik there. Deft is probably going to have the damage if he can actually land a few of these buttons. The smite comes in and there it goes. Surround sound means that he's just never going to be able to touch the Seraphine, and even though the Baron was picked up here by T1, it's likely that KT can still do some big damage to this base.
I mean, Zeus, he did kill a lot of shields in that fight, but otherwise not able to do a whole lot. Faker alone to defend is going to be so difficult. Guma not really an AD carry here. They have Baron buff minions.
Oh, another solo player that really nailed the minion as Faker's going to go golden. Seismic Shove connected in the meantime. That looked pretty good, but Faker is still dead. And Daisy, she's just wandering around. Carrier going the wrong direction, throws an ulti to Narnia, and he will be taken down. It's Bdd collecting his 8th of the game as Gumayusi slinks into the mist, but he might want to stay there as this game is over. KT roaring back into the series. It would not be a telecom war without 3 games.
아니야, 공 쓰면 저 걷다 공 옮길게요. 내가 W 켜줄게. 기다려봐. 여기 들어가. 여유로 와. W 줘봐. W 켜줄게. 살려봐줘. 나칼 당했다. 이거 나칼 당했어. 그럼 밑에 잡아. 잡자. 용 1분. 큐 맞췄어? 걸래? 저가. 끝낼만해. 제이스 노플. W 켜줄게. 나 실드 2초. 타워. 베이스 높여? 타워. 야, 들어오면 봐. 야, W 있어.